The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. If you enjoy our work, please like, comment, subscribe, and follow the links in the description. Thanks for your support, and enjoy.
Greetings and salutations, listener. It is I, Eric J. Chucci, joined as always by my fellow cell phone owning friend, the boy.
Hey, lost that one, did you?
I almost had it. And I lost it.
Cell phone enthusiast?
So I fired again. Oh man, he just spit his water like through his nose. God, I've never wished this show was visual more. Oh, welcome to the Two Nerds Podcast. Click all the shit in the description and give me your money. I mean, you don't have to, but I'd appreciate it. This week, we're talking about a bunch of shit.
Yeah, we decided that, well, mostly, there isn't really any nerd news that I feel like covering. I mean, I'm sure there's nerd news, I just haven't heard any of it.
There's some heavy shit going on, but, you know.
Like, that's not nerd news, and this is not a fucking downer cast.
This isn't the heavy shit podcast. Well, no, there's like heavy shit in nerd news, too. Is the whole CSGO gambling
Oh,
thing?
that, yeah, no, I'm very, very vaguely aware of that, but I genuinely don't give a fuck. If 12-year-olds want to gamble their money away, I don't care. Like, I get why their parents would care.
Well, it's also illegal.
Oh, no, like I said, I get why their parents would care. Good on them. It's their money, presumably.
There's also something I didn't know about that I found out about today. That a lot of the guys who ran the thing also participated in it, which is super extra double illegal because you're not allowed to gamble at your own casino.
Because here's the hint, listener. If you're gambling at your casino and you want to win, why, you just look at your employee and go, I win now. And then you do.
Yeah. But regardless, this isn't Downercast. You can go find out more information about that on various portions of the Webiverse. The boy, I would say, like, bless his soul, or little heart or something like that, but no. The boy, forged in steel,
I like that.
has been playing Skyrim again still all week.
I just fucking don't ask me, man. I played a little League of Legends. I played a little Marvel Heroes. I played mostly just fucking Skyrim. I'm having fun. I don't know what you people want from me, man. Like, listener, you never ask anything of me. You're always nice. Hold on one second.
So, cats have been extra frisky because the kitten has disrupted all of our lives. And Spaz, the eldest and most sassy of the cats, just leapt up upon the boy's personal computer workstation and began sort of a river dance upon his mouse and just clicked all the things.
Oh.
This has just been... And then you just knocked over my pennies.
Well, you're the one who keeps them where my feet go when we podcast.
Well, they'll be fine. They'll keep.
Well, yeah, no, I wasn't going to try and clean them up now.
I appreciate that.
So, guys, I didn't want to buy the new Hitman, but Spaz decided that she did want to buy the new Hitman.
Please tell me you didn't actually buy the new Hitman.
No, she didn't, except she'd managed to get the rest of the way through the process.
Right on. Good times. We're not here to talk about Hitman. We're not here to talk about pennies or, well, kind of cats. But what we are here to talk about is basically what I've been doing. I try to avoid this because I'm not the boy. I don't try to make every podcast into the Batman podcast.
I genuinely don't do that.
No, but it's a really good running gag, and I'd like to keep it, okay?
Okay, fair.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems like it's a dick move for me to just be like, here's what I've been doing all week. Fuck you. But, like, this isn't even the shiny new Skyrim that they're putting out.
I mean, it is, effectively.
But, this is the same old busted Skyrim full of mods.
Because PCMR for life. But dude, it's the same. It's the same. You know what? It's probably the exact same 2K, 4K HD texture pack that they put on to make the re-released edition.
I have absolutely no doubt. I doubt, other than to mention, we'll talk about Skyrim when it comes up. We've already discussed it pretty well over
To the
the
ground.
early year of this
Some
podcast.
mods that I suggest, just right out front, these are the mods that I've been using. Sky UI, which I think anyone who plays Skyrim on the PC at all downloads immediately.
I can't stand how it looks, but I can see why it'd be better on the PC.
It's just so much better on the PC.
Yeah, I fucking, every time I look over and see you using it, I'm like, I hate him. I want him to get a minor disease. Like, just one herpes.
Oh wow, that's not a minor disease. That's really.
Well, a mouth herpes.
Oh, bad. But Sky UI definitely just invaluable for PC. I downloaded the Apocalypse Magic Pack, which is a bunch of new spells, and they're all pretty fun and very unique, and they feel really cool, and they enable a bunch more playstyles, and I like them a lot. I downloaded. Oh, I forget the name of it. It is the most popular perk reorganization, perk overhaul mod. It's really, really fun. It's compatible with the Apocalypse spell thing, which is nice. Helgen Reborn, very cool mod, very well made. There's a little bit of lack of player choice in the dialogue, but it's a fucking free mod with a bunch of unique voice acting from volunteer voice actors, so I'm not bitching too much. And what was the other thing that I downloaded? A bunch of immersive armors, immersive weapons, a bunch of immersion mod stuff, Sounds of Skyrim, that sort of thing. These are all mods that you can download if you have Skyrim on PC. But if you have Skyrim on PC at this point, you've already downloaded them, and you've deleted them because they're boring. And I'm like 9 years behind the times. But this is what I've been doing all week.
I mean, I'm sure there are other people out there somewhere.
I've also been listening to a couple audiobooks by Jim Butcher, Codex Alera. I did not think I would like them because I'm a grognard, and I really like the Dresden Files books. And for a long time, a part of me harbored hate in my heart for Codex Alera because every time one of those books came out, that was a Dresden Files book that could have gotten written. But I let it go, and I got the first audiobook on Overdrive, the library app, and because I just wanted to see. I meant to get the regular textbook, but the audiobook was all that was available, so I was like, fuck it, we'll try that. And I did, and they're actually really, really well written, as I would expect, and I like them. I like the first one at least. And I liked them enough that I just went and got the rest of the series on audiobook for myself because I wanted it, and now I'm listening to the second one. They're actually really good so far.
For the record, listener, let me correct. The Codex Alera books are not what is stopping the next Harry Dresden novel. Speaking as an author, it's not as though all this other shit I want to write is in the way of the next Colt Regan book. It is Marvel Heroes. And like a healthy dose of writer's block, or you need to move to something else to refresh your palate and shit like
Actually,
that.
from what I gather for him, it is getting swole and LARPing.
Cool. I mean, I like the guy well enough, but I do like him a little less now, maybe? Except that these same behaviors in Seal Squid and Kelly Turnbull go visit manly guys doing manly things. I approve of entirely.
And that's because Seal Squid is cool.
Yeah, super damn cool.
And she gave me the best advice I've ever received on being cool. And the best way I can explain how what fucking sets off my radar for artifice and people who are pretending to be cool and why I hate it. The best way to be cool is to do something incredibly nerdy in an incredibly sincere and genuine way.
Well, yeah, coolness is sincerity, minus a certain amount of awkwardness. I mean, you're allowed some
sincerity and comfort.
Yeah, comfort. That's the other part of it. And that's what Pro Jared says, really. A lot of people ask him, how are you so handsome and how are you so cool and together? And he's like, pro tip, I am not. I just, don't care. I don't care. I am confident in who I am and comfortable with it.
Because he's not, guys. People who think Pro
He's a
Jared's handsome,
goony
he's a
looking fella.
goblin.
I can see why a lady would go for him. He's not my type. But, he's not like an uggo. He's not something like horrible to look at.
He can make some ugly faces, but
that's the point.
A lot of people can't.
Yeah. Well, anyway, enough fanboying over various internet personalities who will never
Far more famous than we.
Yeah, jeez. At least with Seal Squid, it was comics you could read while listening to the podcast. Pro Jared does YouTube videos.
Please don't abandon us for Pro Jared. I know he's funny.
He'll still be there.
We need you, listener.
Yeah, come on, man. So, like, actual games and content that was released recently-ish that I've been doing. Let's sandwich a little bit. Let me go ahead and talk about the stuff that you don't fucking know anything about, and then we'll move on to the bigger shit, okay?
Okay.
So, I was frustrated with an app that we'll talk about in a moment, and I decided to download another one that came out recently, which was Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Which is pretty cool.
It is spelled way dumber than you think.
That's like their thing. Like somebody in the fucking Final Fantasy naming department is like,
has a big wheel of letters, and they get a normal word, and then they spin the big wheel of letters.
Yeah, like what subtitle? Like fucking Dissidia. What? Why? Why can't you just? What is? Get out. Just get the fuck out. And its sequel, Dissidia Duodecim 012.
What the fuck? I didn't even know about that. I just thought it was called Dissidia 2.
No.
Fucking Square.
I'd
say never change, but you change literally every game.
No, I mean, they're finally changing for the better. And Brave Exvius is an example of that. It's a lot like the last one where there were paintings and stuff. It was Super Mario 64, but Final Fantasy. It's like that where you get people from different games and they hang out with you and they do powers and stuff.
Okay.
Except instead of reliving classic game moments, you're playing a new story. You get the characters as like random drops in exchange for in-game currency. It's a mobile game, so you can buy in-game currency if you want. So far, I haven't bought any, and I'm not like dying or anything. I really wish I could get Kefka to drop. He's even got a boost rate right now, and I've got like 6 gold besses. I'm not even kidding, and I haven't dropped a single Kefka yet. But I did get General Leo. I got like a super awesome Kane. I have a super awesome Rydia and Vivi. The boy's just like, I don't know who these fucking people are. I'm just gonna stare off into space. I got a super awesome.
I recognize some of the names. I have a final thing for fans. Yes.
I got Sabin and oh shit, what's her name? Fran from Final Fantasy 12, who's cool as hell.
That's the bunny, right?
Yeah, she's awesome.
See, I know stuff.
Yeah, you know stuff.
I know who Sabin is.
Yeah, you do know who Sabin is. Yeah, so like that's my party. Now there's a regular story, and the story's okay. I don't like the quest system. I kind of wish I could just fight. Like I appreciate that they're putting all the effort of the story into this, but like I wish it like unlocked stuff for me to check out later, or they kept it really brief. Because if I'm playing a mobile game, the last thing I want to do is be sitting on the toilet for an extra 5 minutes trying to understand what the fuck is going on in the storyline so that I don't feel lost during the next cutscene.
The level of honesty there.
But the gameplay, you click the fucking windows and they do different powers. It reminds me a lot of Valkyrie Profile, which is a game I loved.
It should probably remind you of Final Fantasy.
Well, it kind of does, but not as much as...
That's kind of my point.
It's just a very big combo system. In terms of gameplay, I mean, it'd be like, the gameplay of Final Fantasy 13 sure as fuck doesn't remind me of Final Fantasy.
Hey! Shots fired.
Please, these are old shots. Old shots I fired ages ago.
Look, you may be firing the shots into Swiss cheese.
They're reminder shots.
But,
But yeah, it's alright. It's fun. I don't see myself playing it forever. But I do see myself playing it for a little while, and I'm enjoying it for the time being. And who fucking knows? Maybe I'll play it for a long damn time. Stranger things have happened, like that fish tank game I had for some 5 years ago. And man, I got tricked the fuck out in the My Little Pony mobile game until I had to change
Fuck,
phones.
you were really into that fish tank game.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
I totally forgot about that fucking fish tank game. You had like tanks, several different concurrent running fish tanks, and you were like breeding things and selling. Jesus, I forgot about that. I downloaded a mobile game recently. Risk.
Oh, that's cool. You had to pay for anything?
I haven't turned it on yet. We'll find out.
No, okay, good.
It was free to download.
But yeah, so that's cool. But when I downloaded Exodus, which I'd heard about because it was new, and other internet personalities like our good buddy Chef Lubu and Dodger were playing it.
Who we have met in IRL in Meat Space, and he's really cool.
He's very nice. That was like his last night at fucking Battle and Brew.
Wasn't he wearing a Timo hat when we met him?
Yes, he was. He was doing a con. But anyway, while I was downloading that, my phone was like, "You might also like TMNT Legends." TMNT, of course, being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If anybody out there didn't get that, it made me a little sad, Ultimo. But I understand you're an older guy.
I'm foreign.
Yeah, sure.
I just thought a way of making Ultimo and the rest of the internet so mad. Ultimo Dragon, he's, I don't know, some kind of foreign.
He's Japanese and Mexican somehow. Both.
Lives on the border.
Yeah. TMNT Legends. Cell phone game that it told me, hey, you might like this, and I said, cell phone, it seems like you know me. Have we met? I downloaded it, and it's really fucking fun. From what I gather, it's a lot like that Star Wars game on cell phones right now. But
like the Star Wars Super Pay to Win.
Mm-hmm. Like, except it's not super fucking pay to win. Because, okay, so if I didn't have that Star Wars game as a frame of reference, I'd say it's like a combination between like Pokemon and like a party-based League of Legends. Because you'll go into a event, there's like a little, like maybe 5 lines of dialogue, perfect amount of dialogue, beforehand for the cutscene, explaining what's going on, and then there's like 2 to 3 stages.
Okay.
Each stage you'll fight anywhere from 1 to like 5 guys. And you can have up to 5 guys on your team.
Okay.
They give you 3 for free, and 1 more is really fucking easy to earn. And then the rest you'll get on your own, depending on who you want and what's available, and what you feel like grinding for. You can, and then they each have, there's 5 different types, 4 of them based on the colors and like strengths of the turtles, and then 1 5th type that is cunning, and that's gray. And there's like a type advantage wheel. And, you know, the enemies take more damage or less damage depending on...
Your standard rock, paper, scissors mechanic.
It's very much rock, paper, scissors, because it's not like there's no crossways advantages. Your characters can level up. They can earn new abilities based on like vendor trash drops, basically, that you accumulate, and once you have the right formula, you can level up the ability.
Oh, that's neat.
There's like a bunch of different currencies. One of them is energy, that's pizza. There's one of them is mutagen, that's sort of like Omnigel.
Okay, yeah.
There's one that's like dollars, shellbacks, I think they call them.
It's a good name.
That's not real money, but... And in fact, you can't use it like real money. It's really only used if you want to replay a mission right now that has reached its number of times you can replay per 13 hours limit. But I don't know.
That's energy.
Well, no, there's also pizza that's like energy. Like this, the shellbacks are the fucking confusing part.
I'm sure you'll find the hook for those. I'm sure there's a use for them.
I've been looking around. That's like the only thing I can see. I don't know. It's not for lack of trying, but whatever. I mean, it's their game. That's the 4th currency they want. There's another currency that's like little lightning bolts. And if you don't feel like actually doing the battles and you just want the loot, you can spend your little lightning bolts. Yeah, I thought it was, you know.
I mean, I would probably prefer to play the game as I don't tend to enjoy outsourcing fun.
Well, like, to a certain degree, I get it, because the way... So your characters start out at, like, bronze, or, like, 1 star, or something like that. And then you can get a number of what amount to cards, like trading cards, to level them up to 2 stars. And then I would assume 3.
Presumably.
Um,
Turns out no. 1 star, 2 star, fist.
I wouldn't doubt it. And the cards drop, like, at most 1 per specific stage, or 1 in a pack if you're lucky.
Well, that's neat.
You get a free pack every 5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. In fact, I think my phone just went off telling me I have a free pack to open. Yep. Gives you a bunch of Ender Trash and pizza and shit. And like, sometimes when you first get a character, for most lower end characters, it's maybe 5 cards, maybe 15 cards. But like, when you're leveling them up, or if you're unlocking a really rare character, it takes like 50. So I can see the point where you're like, God damn it, I just want Raphael. Give me my fucking Raphael monies. And it's also kind of an alternate currency to spending your pizza energy. But I'm getting away from myself talking about the minutia of the fucking thing. It's just kind of like Pokemon. I got a team right now that's Leonardo, Neutralizer, Karai, Spider Bites, and Zever, I think is how you pronounce it. It's mostly based on the newer cartoons, although they did just add a bunch of characters from the movie. It was like a temporary event, like movie version of Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. But yeah, it's a pretty big Turtles roster. They got fucking, A-list guys, B-list guys. It just came out not too long ago. I want to say maybe a month ago. Maybe 2. So it's really a pretty new game in and of itself. I look forward to seeing where it goes. Like, I doubt it's got a huge lifetime ahead of it, but so long as Turtles are still
None
hot.
of them really seem to.
Well, none of them really plan on it. I mean...
I think that's a good segue. None of them really seem to have a very long lifespan. I think that might be one of the big reasons why I haven't gotten into the other one.
Yes. I would recommend both of those games, but if you like Ninja Turtles, 110% definitely TMNT Legends. So, the game I was downloading in the first place that I was getting frustrated with
is the game that literally every man, woman, and child that I know seems to be playing. I'm surprised the cats aren't. If they had cell phones, I bet they would be.
I can't think of a game that came out recently that's really bad to make a joke on, and I apologize, listener. I mean, between that and the coughing,
yeah,
I'd understand if you just liked, comment, subscribed, and turned off this podcast right now.
I mean, yeah, definitely. But well, I think I'd always understand if you did that.
Yeah, I've heard the show.
Oh, hitting me right where it hurts. The truth is the Pokemon's forward, PokeGo. It's
Pogo, the kids are calling it.
Yeah, I mean, clearly. Every fucking human on Earth appears to be playing people who literally know nothing about Pokemon. I'm not even joking. I have had this conversation more than once. Oh, Pokemon Go. Oh, yeah. So you like Pokemon? Yeah. You playing Pokemon Go? No, I'm waiting for the servers to calm down. Because that's the excuse I give people in real life.
I was for the first couple days.
I'm waiting for the servers to calm down to see how they stabilize out. Cool. What team do you think about joining? I don't know. I'm Team Blue. I'll probably be Team Rocket if I'm going to be completely honest. And then they look at me blankly and go, "Wait, let's Team Rocket." And then I just wanna like explode, maybe leave, maybe like those seem really at odds with one another. But I just don't want to be in that situation anymore.
You know what? I gotta say, and excuse me if I get a little too dotish, but I'm proud of this moment. I am the proud papa. Because, 2 years ago?
Nah, bitch, I knew what Team Rocket was when I was 11.
Yeah, you knew what Team Rocket was, but there was no way in the world you wanted to be a part of it. It was dumb and it was lame, just like the rest of Pokemon fucking all. And now you're like, This guy don't know what Team Rocket is.
Look, I ain't expecting the fucker to know what Team Galaxy is.
Get out my house.
I ain't expecting like Team Magma to be on his watch list.
Sure, but there's a difference between this fellow is unaccustomed to a thing.
You're playing the fucking Pokemon game. That's the thing. You're playing the fucking Pokemon. You're playing the Pokemon game. And Pokemon was a humongous thing. How the fuck do you not know what Team Rocket is? I watched maybe 2 episodes of the Pokemon anime, and I knew what fucking Team Rocket was.
I've watched more than I'm comfortable with.
I think that's not true. I think by the very fact that you've watched it, you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've watched a hell of a lot more than me 5 years ago. Than me a year ago was comfortable with. Turns out it's a really good show. Who knew? I really haven't been playing either. I caught a few mons. But, like, I am currently self-employed, not to a very lucrative extent, so I don't leave the house a lot. Not a lot of Pokemon in my living room. It was pretty much just that Bulbasaur. And when I did go out, like, I got so frustrated because I couldn't get a good connection that stayed. I got out of my car to catch an Eevee, and, like, it didn't contact the server. I didn't get to keep my Eevee.
I think that's probably what did it.
I was in the fucking bathroom, and a Nidoran happened to hop in, and I was like, oh, name it Frank the Tank. It was perfect. Didn't get to keep him because it didn't connect to the server. And it's like, well, why am I playing your fucking game? And, I mean, like, it's cool. It's a collecty thing. It's neat. And I'm not here to shit on that concept. I
genuinely like people are having fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm not being an old grog.
No,
I'm
it
not
makes me
mad
smile.
that people like Pokemon. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that everyone's enjoying this and everyone's having the trainer experience and it's bringing people together. I hear stories about, like, guy walks up to you in a dark alley is like, hey man, there's Pokemon near here. You want to help me? You want to catch them together? Yes! That's great! That's great! I love that, like, people are hanging out in the park. I hate the day ball, but if you guys want to go hang out near its horrible, horrible prison-like existence, you go right ahead. The day ball's realm is not my own, but if you feel safe to venture there for Pokemans, go for it. I'm actually really, really pleased that everyone is enjoying the Pokemons. But I don't want to play Pokemon Go, I don't think.
I'd love to be a part of this phenomenon. It seems like it's really fun.
And it doesn't seem like it's going to last very long.
Sure, or at least not in this same quality.
This shit feels like a pet rock, okay? This is not going to be forever.
Even if it is, it's not going to be like this forever. But it's just not it's not the Pokemon that I like. I like Pokemon because I like JRPGs, and this is a pretty cool, like, it's the only big JRPG franchise. Besides, like, Dragon Warrior. And I didn't like the first couple games so much, and I have problems with Akira Toriyama's art style, and I don't like it when things are... You know how you don't like stuff that tries too hard to be
Dragon
cool?
Quest?
They're the same thing.
Oh! I genuinely never knew that. I didn't give a fuck about those
That's
games.
fine. I'm full of esoteric JRPG knowledge. But Dragon Quest in the US, Dragon Warrior in Japan, except they recently changed it, and now it's Dragon Warrior everywhere. Much like Final Fantasy 2 and 3. The point of contention.
Fair. I knew the thing they released it as here where I live.
No, yeah, sure.
I don't speak Moon.
I don't blame you. These are just the things I stumble across in a franchise I don't even fucking play. But yeah, like the thing you don't like people who are trying too hard to be cool, which, again, I'm not fond of either, but I hate it even more when things are trying hard to be cute.
And they're failing?
I don't even care if they're succeeding. You're trying so hard, I want to just mash your stupid face in. And that comes up so much in that sort of genre, in that sort of...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's the reason I couldn't play Blue Dragon. And I wanted to, but I couldn't. You're not succeeding at the thing you're trying to do, and the thing you're trying to do gambles hard on annoying. But yeah, Pokemon Go is not a JRPG. Pokemon Go is like a little catchy collecty.
It's Pokemon. It's not. You're not necessarily even battle. You're the trainer who isn't here to battle. He's not here to be the very best. He just wants to collect them all. He just wants to catch them all. You're just here to grab Pokemons.
Well, that's a fun part of the game, but it's part of the game. It's just part. There's more.
Right, but they took that part and they put it in the world where you can stop by the fucking McDonald's and pick up a Snorlax.
Yeah. I mean, I picked up.
And it makes,
I picked up a couple of Hoopas at McDonald's last year. So.
And you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what I mean.
don't be that guy.
No, I'm just saying. There's adventure out there. You can hide in the bushes with your DS and jump out at people and be like, "I challenge you to Pokemon battle." And they're like, "Sorry, man, I don't carry my DS with me everywhere."
Except now, you can do that, and although it's not a good battle system, they might be like, "Our eyes met," and they turn their head sideways.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it's fun, and it makes top class memes, just A+ memes, you guys.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of good quality. I'm happy it's going on. I wish I cared to be a part of it.
I feel like this might be the dad Rubicon for me. Like, you crazy kids have a good time, but gosh, I'm too old for that.
No, I just like. Alright, on one hand, when this year is over, my Pokedex is complete. I already did this.
You know what? That's probably a big part of it for you.
Yeah.
You already got all the Pokemans.
And I sure as fuck have all the Gen 1 Pokemon. Yes, including Mew.
Look, bitch, even I have Mew.
Well,
Let's
you got a Mew now too. Yeah, it's Mew Town. Everybody got a Mew now. But still, I got them all. I did it. Motherfucker, I don't need to go out in the wild and find them. I got them in my heart. They're in my Pokemon bank.
The more important thing.
And that's part of it. And it's part of it is like, they don't get moves. It's not. Most of my favorites aren't Gen 1 Pokemon. Like our good friend David said.
I might be more interested in it once they, not a lot more, I'm going to be honest with you guys, but I might be slightly more interested in it once it's more than Gen 1 Pokemon, because, look, if you look at my list of favorite Pokemon, it's almost all Gen 1 Pokemon, because, I think that's how everyone starts, but as I play more Pokemon games, more and more new ones get filtered in, and also, I want to see, actually, mostly it's for the memes. I want to see what happens when they slowly release, because I want them to release them by generation.
Sure.
And when someone's goes to a Dairy Queen and finds the fucking ice cream Pokemon, Pokemon is fucking with me now.
Yeah. I'm fine me a Garbodor, and we will make friends.
Go to a garbage dump,
Yeah.
find a garbage door.
There's a couple sanitation facilities around here. I'll find one.
Find a trash child.
That's my trash child. I'm wearing a fucking Trubbish shirt right now. It says trash on it. Bitch.
He's not joking, he literally is.
I love Garbodor, man. It's the second favorite Pokemon.
I'm wearing a Nuka-Cola shirt.
Speaking of, look at that. You can segue.
Bitch, yes, I like ruining your segues at the end of the podcast. That's the joke. I'm good at them. I just don't want you to have good ones.
I know. I was just celebrating. He's rubbing his ass on me now. God, I wish this exact episode was visual. This has been a fucked up fucking episode, man.
I almost passed out. I legit almost passed out just now from laughter.
Oh my god.
I turned on the Xbox. I don't even know how.
Welcome to the Two Nerds Podcast. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Fallout. We were going to talk about Fallout.
Fallout. So I put down Fallout after I beat the game, and I didn't really pick it back up again. I tried to start a new character, but the male voice is so much my character that I can't. I have a hard time making a new one. And here's part of the problem. And it's a really complicated, weird problem. But I love you, listeners. So I'm just gonna lay it out there. My first character is of an African American persuasion. I fell in love with the idea that I could play a dude with vitiligo, so I made a dude with vitiligo. And now that voice, even though it's done by a white guy, sounds like a black dude in my head. Not even a white guy who is really hip, just a black guy. So when it comes out of any other facial configuration but a black guy, I'm like, this is fucked up and weird. Why is Phil Lamar voicing, fucking Johnny Mayonnaise? What the fuck is... Like, not even doing a voice, just his regular-ass Phil Lamar. That's not who the actor is. The actor is a white guy, like I said. Very talented, too. He's got a lot of range. But, I can't make a new character. Now, the female, that's fine. I've made, like, 3 female characters. Again, the voice actress does a good job. It's the girl who voiced Jack in Mass Effect.
Which would make me want to play Jack. Like, it would just make me want to play Jack.
Sure.
And I could. I could just be a bitch for no reason.
But I had a, I don't really want to do the main quest again, and just not at this point anyway. And the playthrough I restarted that I was having a good time in, it got to a point where I wanted to turn Curie into a synth. So, spoilers. So I could romance her. Because that was like the whole point of me starting this specific character.
But he couldn't, because he had to be at a certain point in the main quest before you could do that, and he was not at that point yet, and he didn't want to play the main quest.
No, it's not like I have a lot of ground to cover. I ain't even met Nick yet. So I got kind of frustrated. And the boy's like, well, fuck around with the mods, dude. You can do this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, yeah, but mods turn off achievements, and I want my achievements.
Which I did not know that your EP was that important to you.
It's not even. It's more like, it's like the movies thing on Facebook. It is the proof that I did a thing. Definitely, jokingly, much like we do the movies thing on Facebook, I will look at my friends and be like, yes, I am proceeding much faster than you, yes. But for the most part, no, because they, like most of my friends that I have on Xbox Live, they play like all the 2K sports games. I will never, ever come close to meeting them in achievements because you get like 15 from turning those games on.
You know what? Again, you're gonna slide it in there. PC Master Race for Life. You know what doesn't turn off your achievements for downloading mods? Steam.
Alright, that's fair. I don't know when my co-host became Total Biscuit.
Well, it was a few years ago.
I thought somebody other than me made that joke.
No, it's more. That's not so much me even crowing PC Master Race, although it also was that. It's me fucking. What the fuck, Xbox? Why did you turn off the achievements for downloading mods? Who gives a fuck about the achievements?
Somebody.
Why would you? Why? Why would you? Why? Because some 12-year-olds can be like, well, like, they have mods, so they're cheaters. They're 12. Fuck them. They're 12. Their opinion doesn't matter.
Well, it's probably going to be like a 35-year-old. It's if the gamer score, if the achievements are to mean anything, you need to get them through natural means contained within the game. I respect that. And honestly, I think my experience has been for the better because of it. Because you know what? I decided, fuck it. Let's get up. Let's see if I can get back into adventures with my original character. And I went through and I did the robot DLC. What's it called?
The Mechanist.
Oh, the Automatron.
Yeah, Automatron.
I did that. That was fun. The final boss battle was fucking infuriating.
He went loaded for Yao Guai. Unfortunately, he caught Deathclaw.
Not even. And here's it.
Like 12 Deathclaws.
Right. It's my character excels at one at a time, single target domination.
He's a 1v1 guy.
I've got great melee. I drop Psycho Buff, and the world is mine. I've got so much meat and food on me. It's good.
You excel at 1v1ing motherfuckers, and this was a horde battle.
Yeah. Everywhere lasers. And I have the best
best single piece armor.
the best single piece armor.
Which the non-single piece armor is just better, and he pissed off the railroad, so he doesn't get ballistic weave.
Yeah. Well, and they're not so much pissed off as they just won't talk to me anymore. You didn't use our quest. Fuck you. Because I didn't know about ballistic weave back when I was doing that. Well, live and learn, whatever. So, yeah, that fight was a nightmare. But then I moved on to Far Harbor, which just came out, last month?
Oh, the cat was nice enough to turn off the Xbox for us. Yeah, something like that. Not long ago, maybe 2 months ago, maybe. Oh, he's just rubbing against it.
Yeah, he does that. I don't know why he likes laying there so much.
Whatever, he's not hurt.
Yeah, I hope not. If I go back and my Fallout save is deleted, I'm going to cry. I'm just going to cry. 4 days worth of game time, I noticed when I last saved. But yeah, this is really good. This expansion...
It is really fun.
Feels like thematically and also in the quests you do, what people talk about when they talk about the old Fallout games and what little I experienced in the old Fallout games. Now, every time I say that, and we've used this word a lot this podcast, Grognard comes up and goes, "No, it's not." Okay, fine. I know the new California Republic isn't there. I know you're not looking for a Gek. I know it's not the exact same game it was back then. The super mutants are all wrong and the game is no fun.
The super mutants are all wrong. Look, I'm not going to be salty about that.
Well, hey, that's... At least they go out and say these are different super mutants. They're fucked up super mutants from over here. At least they're not trying to be like, no, these are the same super mutants. I mean, both are good. And I like New Vegas. I've said before that my best memories of Fallout 3 were from New Vegas. But I also I don't mind experiencing new and different things. You can live too long in one setting, so I don't mind moving elsewhere. And this...
You're talking to the guy who's still playing Skyrim.
Well, shit. I mean, I will be too in August.
There was a break. There was a break, I'll admit that.
But this does seem to evoke a lot of that mood, a lot of that, very gray moral decisions. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities to really side with whoever you want, and not in that same way that the main quest of Fallout has. Of Fallout 4, that is. But in a much more immediate sense. Because... I guess I don't know. I might be wrong. But, the difference between siding with the Railroad and siding with the Minutemen.
I've only sided with the Minutemen, I don't know.
I mean, I can't imagine it amounts to much. The Railroad is your friends instead of being your not friends. I don't imagine the Minutemen are mad at you. You're still totally defeated crap.
I think if you side with the Brotherhood, you destroy the other two factions.
I think that might be true. I think you might be right about that. Or at least the Railroad.
Yeah, I know you destroy the Railroad.
And shit is way different if you side with the Institute.
Yeah. Because you are the baddies.
But there's a lot of options. It's very New Vegas in that in Far Harbor there's a lot of options to play various different parties against each other, and at the end of the day just decide, fuck it, I win.
Oh, best ending.
Well,
doing that in New Vegas was just pièce de résistance.
Except that this is kind of the opposite of New Vegas, in that fuck it, I win is more of a Kefka solution instead of you guys are all assholes and I'm doing what I want to do. Here, fuck it, I win is just build a monument to non-existence where this stupid island once was. Delight. But yeah, it's super immersive. There's a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of really cool characters. And I guess there was also a gadgets pack that was released recently.
That I didn't even know existed.
And
it has a bunch of really cool shit in it.
Yeah, there's like factories you can make and fucking armor stands, like mannequins, and like weapon mounts. I have completely redone my sanctuary. Also, I finally got my science up to 4, so I can make nuclear generators. I think I could be running the entirety of sanctuary off of one generator had I not run out of copper. It's like the fucking like level 30 over here. I've never stopped picking up and buying copper, and somehow I am out.
That's how it works, man.
Yeah, I fucking guess.
Everything, like all the electric shit takes a bunch of copper.
It does, and I've got a bunch of it, like a lot of lights. And
I know that when I pick up Fallout again, which will happen, I'll tail off Skyrim after a while, go to the console, pick up Fallout again, turn my mods back on, and play around. I will probably switch to nuclear power because it just looks super duper more efficient.
Well, I mean, it takes up less space, especially if you compare it down to one generator. Because one nuclear power generator puts out 100 fucking power.
I will need 2.
As opposed to the wind turbines I was using before that put out like 3 each. My fucking...
It's not loud like a gas engine.
No, yeah, it's not. That's the reason I had wind turbines up, is because those gas engines are nice, but they're loud as fuck. And I'm not using mods yet. I plan on it. I want to, especially like the big one I'm looking at, and it's the dumbest thing in the world, but the big one I'm looking at is the one that automatically gives names to your settlers.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Because, like, they've got little personalities and stuff, you know? I care about them. I see them, I put them in specific clothes, and I go, yeah, Hat Guy. I would like it if Hat Guy were like Brian or something. I would like it if, oh, it's Jessica the Ghoul. Sweet, how you doing, Jessica? I want to put her name by where she sleeps and maybe put some stuff in there that, you know, that she would like.
You're looking at me like I'm judging you. I'm not. I'm going to do the exact same shit.
Yeah, and like, that's the village management part. Like, it's part of the village management, and it's part I really like. Like the ghoul that I made a doctor.
And now he's just, like, you put him in a lab coat and a pompadour wig and said, I need you to hit people with stim packs when they walk by. He's like, you want me to be a doctor? I'm a doctor now. I'm like, and then he found a clipboard that you did not give him.
I did not give him that clipboard.
He went looking for props. He went looking for props to complete his act. He found syringes you didn't give him, and like purple liquid, and I don't even know what that is.
It's probably Med-X. Good, sweet, delicious Med-X.
I gave the doctor's job to a nice lady. I gave her a nice green dress. I didn't even put her in a lab coat, but she's the doctor now. Yeah, she's a doctor. She found her clipboard, and we're good.
Yeah, good. I have a lot of ghouls in my sanctuary, so
I have ghouls spread throughout my settlements because they show up, and I'm not one of those weirdos who sends them all to the ghoul settlement like a weird racist.
I don't know why I have a bunch in my sanctuary.
They just all happen to show up there.
Like it's like a bunch of ghouls, really dapper guy, angry guns lady, like a couple of farmers, and Mad Max.
Can you send... That's the thing I need to look up once this podcast is over. I need to find out if you can send the loser Asian couple fucking elsewhere.
I don't think you can. There's a mod for it.
Well, then that's a mod I'll be downloading because it's been like 2 years in game. Your son... more, actually. Several years.
They fixed that. June gets over his shit.
In like one of the mods?
Not even in a mod. At some point they patched that in. Like June walked by me the other day and he was like, you know, I thank you because I really feel better about myself and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, finally, June. It has been so long.
Alright, like
Marcy's still a fucking bitch.
Well, that's just her personality. Like, she's just a bitch. I can handle Marcy being a bitch. It's June being a sad sack, which drove me to... Like, dude, my wife was shot, like, in front of me, like, way more recently, and it's been years. I've got, like, 6 other ladies now. Fucking get over it, my man. I gotta... Spoilers.
Dude, we've been spoiling all kinds of shit.
This is a big one. I got like a robot replacement son, and like fucking just build one of your own. Fucking get over it. yes, I blew up the Institute. Okay, fair, it's harder for you. But, like, I don't know, adopt a Mr. Handy. Fuck you.
I can make him one. I can make him a Mr. Handy to adopt.
Yeah, I gotta go to workshop. I'm gonna go make him a fucking robot, name it June's New Son, and send it to Sanctuary. And every time he bitches about his kid, I'll be like, it's very rude, June. You're not being very nice to June Junior. Junior! Yes! Ultimate power! I'm fucking doing that next time I play Fallout.
Say the fucking thing.
Everything's better when nerds talk about it.